Hey, what's up, you guys? Bringing, well, the review that I said I was going to bring. This is the DC Essentials, DC Collectibles Brainiac figure. So this is the box at the top. See there? That's pretty cool. You got some Art Deco back there. So I'm pretty excited for this figure, guys. Pretty excited. And you got a little read up there, but it's not really much. Yeah. It's not even talking about a Brainiac as a character. So this is the Superman I was going to get, but changing my mind on it. Aquaman, Black Manta. Don't know if I'm getting those figures. I have so many other figures I need to work on getting, but this is the box. Has that 20-year logo at the top. DC Essentials over there. Nice little gold DC collectibles tag there. And let's crack this figure open. I'm really excited to dive into this figure. This is my first Brainiac figure ever, so let's do it. Boy, when they said that these figures are hard to stand, they weren't lying. Before I put the camera back on, I got him out of packaging. He is not easy to stand. He really isn't. So if my camera could focus for a bit. So I like to look at the sculpting of Brainiac. Really good sculpt. The top of his dome there. My camera don't want to focus now. This is crazy. Yeah, so the sculpt work on this Brainiac is pretty solid. Love the sculpting detail, all that there. Everything he has going on. Like, this is basically how he look in Rebirth now too. But this is kind of the gold standard for Brainiac. Darn, he even got detail in his elbow. I like that. Really solid sculpt work with this figure right here. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. His boots, those dots on his head, and his face. Really impressed with the sculpt work on his face. It's really good. It's really good. Alright, so let's jump into articulation. Arms go all the way out, about that much. Full rotation. Here's so full rotation in the arm. Full rotation in the head. Not really like any head pivoting, anything. His head could go up about that amount, down about that amount. Double jointed elbow, full twist, range rotation, and hinge. Oh, his gotta be careful of that. It can pop out. I'll pop it back in it. Yeah, so full hinge and a little bit of paint came off. If you saw that right there, guys. So full hinge there. Full waist rotation. No ab crunch or anything like that. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and no boot rotation or anything, but he has this ball jointed joint in the boot. So that's pretty much it for his articulation. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is a very hard figure to stand. You will get all the articulation that you want out of them, but you know, those ankle joints or ball jointed feet, whatever you want to call it, it's really I don't know, it's they're loose, so I'm not really big on the whole articulation. What always comes first and foremost for me is the sculpting of a figure. If a figure looks like trash and have all the articulation in the world, I ain't gonna really give two rigs about it. But you know, for a figure of this price point, well, actually, I got him for a pretty good price off eBay. So, but I mean, I've seen prices where this figure is ranging like 30, You know, I mean, even a 25.99, you know, things like that. I don't really see this as a figure for that kind of price range. Now, I do like the sculpting of this Brainiac figure a lot, and seeing as how this is my first Brainiac figure, I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm definitely happy to add Brainiac in my collection. But you know, thankfully, I didn't have to pay anything like in the 25 and up range. You know, thankfully, I didn't have to do that. But I'm still pretty happy with this figure. It's just the articulation is a little wonky, but I don't care about the articulation. But when it's hard for me to stand figures up, you know, just in a natural pose, that's when it becomes a problem for me. And I have to go get my daughter because she's crying. But you know, it's I'm giving it a pass because this is my first Brainiac figure, so I don't really have any Brainiac figures. Um, and the sculpting is pretty good. That's what kind of drew me to this figure in the first place. So, you know, on sculpting alone, I guess I say if you can catch him at a good fair price, like I did, I say pick him up. I think eventually the price is probably going to go up on this Brainiac. Eventually, I guess, because you know, eventually stores stop stocking them up unless you get lucky and find them in the comic book store or something like that. But I feel like figures like this sometimes become rare. So I guess it's up to you guys. You know, if you're interested in this figure, you could pick them up. But if you're looking for like out of this world articulation, you know, for you collectors out there who thrive on articulation, you might want to pass on this figure because it might drive you a little nuts. I mean, in some points of articulation with this figure, it's pretty okay, but in other points, it will annoy you. And when it gets to a point where I can't stand the figure up, that does kind of drive me a little crazy. It does kind of annoy me. So just, you know, bear that in mind, guys. And hope you enjoyed this review. If you're so inclined to give me a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. And even if it's a thumbs down, it's cool. It's all in love. And you know, I just have to keep trying to improve my channel the best way I can. I will be buying a new action figure doggone, I forgot the name of it, but a new background setting for my figures. So, you know, don't worry about that, guys. Yeah, so I definitely have a lot more reviews coming up. I have some more Marvel coming up, guys, so stay tuned for that. Keep subscribing. I appreciate it. Your subscription means a lot to me and to my channel. Yeah, until next time, guys, this has been me reviewing the DC Collectibles Essentials Brainiac. Till next time, see ya.